Western Front, where they were fighting Great Britain, Belgium, and France. The Germans also drafted many lower-class French individuals into their army. However, some people were not too happy with the German occupation, to say the least.
You are no longer a French citizen. The Germans will never trust you because you are French. We will never trust you because you chose to side with the Germans. You will be forever without nationality and forever without true allies.
Shut up! You may not believe in a cause greater than yourself, but I do.
Whenever you tell yourself that you fight for the Germans other than fear of death, you are kidding yourself.
Shut up! I've had it with your resistance lies.
Piece by piece. Few men here, few men there. There are only so many men we can lose before we are reassigned. I don't think any of us want that to happen. If we don't want that to happen, we're going to have to step it up. We never had room for failure in the first place, especially not now.
Is that all, sir?
Yes. Marcel, could you please stay here? We need to. Ever since our victory in 1914 in conquering the Northeast of France, we've seen little success in the resistance movements that have been sabotaging our attempts to gain more than 3 victories.
The resistance is making all of our jobs difficult. You always knew that there would be resistance to your rule. Being delayed at the Mars isn't caused by me letting one member of the resistance escape.
Let me remind you that I am your superior. You will address me as such.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just frustrated.
I couldn't care less. However, I would like to see the benefits of your extensive training manifested one point or another.
I understand, sir. I'm ready to help in any way I can to prove my loyalty.
Good. Let's get you one more mission before you're reassigned to secretariat. The mission I'm assigning you is to assassinate the current leader of the resistance. His name is Victor Curl, and this is all the information we've gathered over the past week.
I appreciate you giving me another chance to do what I have to kill him. Getting good.
Your job is to follow orders, not question them. You will also address me as sir and nothing else. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Don't let me down. I'm counting.
I will, sir. I'll have a section of that sauce.
The andouille or the soprasada?
The andouille, please.
All right, that'll be 35 francs.
Merci. This is delicious. Where did you get it?
A friend of mine sells it out on the countryside.
I see. I've never been to.
Exactly. How do you know Beirut?
I grew up near here. I moved to Lille 10 years ago.
Have a nice day. What do you want? Newspapers? Cigarettes? Trains?
I want some information about this man.
Don't know.
I'm sure you do. I've received good information from you before. I'm sure you know something.
I don't, I swear.
Tell me about it.
He owned a shop.
from the moment they entered this country, and yet no one seems willing to make a stand. Whose sweat and tears lay in this land? Whose people have suffered under a corrupt and evil rule? The only way to make a difference is to join me in this resistance. Who are they to decide that this isn't France? We must rise up. We need to fight. We need to resist. The Germans will not be able to stop us on our soil. Vive la France! Vive la France! Vive la France! Vive la France! We are the last line of defense. The history of our people rides on this moment. When we look back, we can say we fought. We came out victorious and wrote our own chapter of the history books. We stare into the eyes of opposition and spit into their face.
Ah, yes, miss. Lambert, the Minister of War needs this information as soon as possible. You have to make sure this letter conveys our message.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Minister of War's office, Plus Castle, Celestial, September 1950. The efforts to take more of France have seen little success since the Battle of Marne almost a year ago. Till now. We've learned through our informants that the leader of the resistance is scheduled to speak on the Rue de la Liberté sometime today. One of my agents should be coming back in a couple of hours with news of this leader's successful assassination. With this leader neutralized, the resistance will be in turmoil and will feel strong heat counterattack. We can easily wipe them out with older defensive people. However, I believe that we should not engage in the attack when we have enough resources to destroy the resistance once and for all. This transfer of resources from the Western Front will take about 1 week from today, the 24th. When the transfer of resources is complete, our men can easily move up to Marne and continue advancing the Western Front. However, I believe that during our occupation, we've recruited too many French personnel. My solution has been to use these Frenchmen in controversial and disagreeable missions. Once their missions are complete, they will be executed. I will not allow them to commit treason by telling people what they have done under our command. I've started taking this precaution and hope it aids us in our journey to total control. Once the transfer of resources is complete, and we will simultaneously wipe out all Frenchmen and destroy the resistance, which is once again in 1 week.
Oh my God.
Who's there?
It's Marcel, sir.
Ah, just the man I was looking for. Come in.
Why?
What exactly were you doing hiding back
I
there?
was listening.
Oh, what exactly did you hear?
You knew exactly what I heard.
You're right, I do know. Guards. You're bluffing. You won't shoot me. Guards, stand down. Lawn Marcel, I will do everything in my power to find you, hunt you down. I don't care what it takes, but I will find you. Remember.
Sir, you look cold. Care for a drink?
No thanks.
What's your name?
None of your business.
No need to be rude. All I want to know is what your name is.
I want Marcel.
And what do you do, Mr. Marcel?
My own business, Solo. You just got lost.
Oh, sad child. I can tell that you think you're very serious. I know that you came here running from someone, and I know that you betrayed them. I've had enough experience in life just to know these things.
You have no idea what I've done, but what I enjoy to do.
Maybe not, but I do know what's fun. You must leave now. I see you're shaking hands on the street.
I was once one of them. I know their habits. They won't be here for a little while.
You are German?
No, I'm French. I was drafted when they invaded.
I see. I come from Germany. I have, maybe had, 3 kids. I was a successful banker. I came here to flee the war, but my children hated it, and they convinced my wife to take me with them. A few months later, the war followed me here. I don't think I will be on this planet much longer, so I choose to stay here until my life comes to an end.
Here.
Don't give up. You have your whole life ahead.
Oh, on devil!
Don't give up. Your time has come.
No!
Now explain what you're doing in my home.
For your granddad and I will.
Now tell me, wait, you're the man I served in the deli this morning.
That's right. I remember you. And please, ma'am, put your voice down.
Why should I?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you.
Then sit down. If you don't tell me why you just came barging into my home with a gun, I'm calling the German Patrol headquarters. And let me tell you, that'll be the end of the line for you. Or you can tell me what the hell is going on and maybe get a grand hospitality in this house. Do you understand me?
I was running from the street patrol.
The street patrol, so they catch you here on the arrest for barging abusive. You have 10 seconds before I pick up that gun to explain why I should let you hide in my house.
Okay, I'm a German military traitor. I assassinated the leader of the resistance and came running after I realized that the Germans are killing all Frenchmen that were involved in missions. And that definitely includes me. My name is in every newspaper in New York. I'm just trying to hide. And you opened the door, which I thank you for.
You killed the leader of the resistance? You're sick. You killed a man. Get out of my house.
Please, if I walk out your door, they'll kill me.
You deserve it now.
And begging you, I know I sound like a terrible person, but I had no choice but to kill the resistance leader. It's either I die or he dies. If I choose not to kill him, the Germans will just send someone else to kill him. I'm just trying to survive.
Okay, listen. You say you're running from the Germans. Well, the only people against the Germans are the resistance.
I killed their leader. You think they just let me in?
Just don't tell them. Believe me, they're looking for anyone they can get. I'm sorry I was rude to you earlier. Just in these times, you don't know who you can trust. I was just sitting down to eat. Would you like something to eat? It's only soup, but that's something you can afford these days.
Really? Rock is fine. It's definitely better than nothing.
So, you're going to try to join the resistance.
Yeah, I think it's my best choice. And they will protect me from the Germans.
I agree. Seems like your best option. If you want to join, you can find someone at that red building across from the deli who can help you join.
I know that building. I'll be sure to give it a shot. No, you know the building. Are you part of the resistance?
No. A friend of mine joined it, told me where I could join if I ever wanted to. By the way, do you need somewhere to spend the night?
Really? That would be most appreciated.
It's no problem at all.
German police, open up!
Run! The living room window can straight to now.
Last chance!
1 second! Whatever you're looking for, I assure you is one here.
What do you want?
I'm here to join the resistance.
I have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
I've been told by someone I trust that you would be there.
Make it fast.
So, you're here to join the resistance.
Yes, when can I start?
Not so sure. I'm going to ask you some questions, and then, if I'm satisfied, I will give you a call.
Sounds good.
Are you willing to steal?
I am.
Are you willing to risk your life for the sake of our country?
Yes.
Are you willing to hurt and kill people for greater good?
Yes, I am willing.
Are you dedicated to the resistance and all their lives?
Yes.
Are you aware that if you are discovered a traitor, you will be killed?
I know exactly where I'm getting into. When am I going to fight for my country?
We have a member ready to join. Yes, sir. I will, sir. Thank you, sir. I have one more question. And then, if I'm satisfied, you are in.
Good.
Why are you joining the resistance?
Because I hate the Germans. I hate their occupation and how they just invaded our country. I hate how they can just think that they can do whatever they want because they have the power to.
With passion and respect, begin with what tomorrow.
Thank you. You won't regret your decision.
I hope I won't have to. Welcome. We hope you guys all enjoyed the first half of our show. We will now have a 15-minute intermission. Some students have prepared some food and they will be selling it behind the wall.
Our continuous offensive against the Germans has been successful, to a degree. No matter how many men we kill, how many supplies we destroy, the Germans have the backing of an entire but I don't trust him. He knows more about the military than the local person. Who was it? Oh, yes, Dominique LaRue mentioned something about this meeting. Shall we call her in?
Yes, I'll bring her in. She's here working on cataloging our arms.
Hello, LaRue. I would like to speak with you for a moment.
Yes, ma'am. What do you know about Juan Marcel? Well, he's a loyal member, and he's proved himself.
Is he associated with any parties or groups?
The German occupation, but he's past that now and fully supports us in our cause. Thank you, Dominique. That's all.
Who's to say that he's still not working for them? Do you know how many resistance cells have fallen because they trusted someone that said that they deserted?
That doesn't matter if we can validate the story.
Then get his file from the Germans. We probably have someone down there who can access personnel files.
We could, but it would take a lot of effort, and it'd be incredibly risky.
Don't underestimate them. They shouldn't have any trouble with this.
I don't like the sound of it. I'm not willing to risk a good operative just because we received some desperate information.
We got this information from an operative that I trained with myself. I know it's risky, but I'm not willing to lose my foothold here. Losing a man or two in the German ranks isn't ideal. It's not my greatest concern.
If they're tortured and taught, we might all die anyway.
They have been trained to resist torture. Many of them have been trained personally by me. The benefits outweigh the risks.
I agree.
I want to talk to our man as soon as possible. Fine. No problem.
Come with me. What? I'm your superior. No questions allowed unless I say. Where are you taking me? You might as well drop the act. We all know what to do. There's no more hiding from us. Hey, let's go, Merlin. I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop talking. Let's go.
We have received information that you were in the German occupation. Is this accurate?
No.
I'm going to ask this question one more time, and this time don't lie.
I'm telling the truth.
You don't have time for your games. Now tell us the truth.
I was.
Is it also true that you killed our former leader, Victor Perron?
No, yes, I did. But you have to understand
Oh,
that.
shut up! You with no assistance killed him, correct?
Yes, but I was killed by the leader by the colonel over my border occupation.
I think I understand. You were told to kill a hardworking, caring man, and instead of questioning the ethics, you decided to follow your leader's instructions like they were your own personal Bible. You weren't forced to. You chose to. And then to top it all off, after you killed Perron, you decided to rub it in our faces and spy on us as well.
No, I killed Corona because at the time I believed it was the right thing to do. I realized I made a mistake, but I came here to warn you that there would be an attack.
How do you expect us to trust you after what you did?
You have to trust me. You have to understand the attack is only in a couple of days.
That still isn't a valid reason for hiding it. If you had told us, then we would have had to put you through a more in-depth recruitment. You would have had a harder time gaining trust, but eventually we might trust you.
Please, listen to me. After I realized that the Germans were killing all of the French soldiers, I had to serve with them. I realized that the resistance was my only chance for safety.
It will be time to decide what to do with you. What we decide is to keep you locked up with an armed guard at the door and clear your fence and close to you.
What's that? Those are German bombs. The soldiers will be coming soon.
Shut up, I'm going to take a look. Ah, Juan Marcel. I always wondered what hole you crawled into. I always knew you were a scumbag. Deserting, pathetic.
A lot! Dominique! Why?
Shut up, both of you.
Germans think they have destroyed the resistance, but now it's our time to rise from the ashes and take back our lives from them.
She's right. There's too much at risk if we leave with the Germans.
So it's decided. Tomorrow we shall rescue him.
Close to 2 months. The French minor violation is all you need to be jailed and killed. I'd be dead already if they didn't think I have something they need. I don't. Every day they torture me, and every day it gets more and more excruciating. Eventually, when they find out I don't have anything they need, they're just going to kill me. Crush me off.
You think that they're going to kill me?
Yes, mostly.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, but it ain't easy. The last guy tried.
What happened?
Well, I don't know exactly, and I don't know who it was. They couldn't recognize me. Too many holes.
Well, it looks like it goes. Looks like everything is
Not even.
Let's go.
Juan Marcel, you have been proven to have been involved in an illegal movement that knowingly disrupts military movements, been involved in multiple firefights, been involved in 2 proven counts of murder of ranking German officers, 4 proven counts of murder of drafted personnel, and treason. Do you deny these charges?
No.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
When the history books were written, who do you think the village will be?
Excuse me?
Because I don't think we will be the French. We are the victims in this war. You are the villains. We killed our people, took over our land, and now we are being punished for standing up for what's right.
Besides the severity of your crimes, you are hereby punished to death by firing squad.
So that's it? A lousy little land and no death for me standing up for what's right? Call that justice? Call that fair?
That's enough. Guards, take him away. Juan Marcel, you are hereby sentenced to murder and treason. You are punished by death by firing squad. Any last words? Very well. Take aim.
Dominique!
You can't do this. I'm an important member of the German offense. If you kill me, you will be endlessly pursued by the Germans. Please, I have a wife and kids.
Who knows? Maybe he'll be useful eventually.
What do we do now? The Germans will be here any second!
Someone on time, Marcel.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Well, we couldn't let someone who's local to us fall into German hands. However, we still don't know who leave the location of our base, and we don't know if we can trust him.
Being trusted is the least of my worries. We just need to get out of here.
Move, and I shoot one of you. Drop the guns or key base.
There's a couple where that came from.
You wanted to save my life, but I saved yours first, so. We are here. The old resistance base was raided here, and the Germans have bombed here and here. That means everybody else could be anywhere in Leo.
Or they left the town entirely.
I sincerely doubt that. They were all strong believers in the resistance. They wouldn't leave these quickly.
Really? Because when you're being slaughtered by a foreign military, maybe it doesn't sound too bad.
Sounds like you're having doubts about our cause, Alon.
Maybe it's just time to leave the place. Maybe we just have to give up the place. Leave while we still can. There's no way we can win this war.
Maybe not, but we're still going were men and women who have died because of the Germans. Maybe this is hopeless, but I'd rather die fighting than run a coward. But if you want to leave alone, the door's open.
I'm not gonna leave. But our situation seems hopeless. And I'm not ready to die.
You're not going to die, I promise.
So Dominique, do you have a plan?
I say we strike at their core, remove the head, and the rest shall fall, along where the leaders stay.
A small outpost northwest of the mark. All the senior commanders work there, but the colonel never stays in one place for long.
When would he be there?
He checks in for a conference work on the first Thursday of each month.
That's only 2 days away. Can you be ready by then?
We should be.
If we got in, would you be able to locate the colonel?
At been there for sure. Before. I should be able to try.
Dominique, even if you managed to kill these leaders, what would that accomplish? None of the people would know, and in case you haven't noticed, there isn't a lot of resistant soldiers on call. So we find them. We have more than one soldier. You two go lead the fight on the streets. In that way, well, if one of us don't make it out, at least one of us can carry on the fight.
We're gonna get through this. Together.
Names, please.
Pierre and Marie. That's the room.
Relax, Alon. All we have to do is wait for someone to open that door.
I was wondering when someone would show up. Just didn't expect it to be you two. After all, sending the German defector, the most prominent source of information, on a mission where no one can be saved, this is either the worst military tactic I've ever seen, or you two are more short-handed than I thought. Drop the guns and let's make this good.
Then how are we in your office? If that were the case, we sure as hell would have doubled security. Our faces are so recognizable.
Well, simple. Wanted to show you two myself.
You believe you're a cowardly man.
I wouldn't say that to someone who has your life in their hands.
I know you have a family. What would they think of you doing? What would they think of you being responsible for the deaths of thousands of innocent people? You can still stop this pointless slaughter. You have that right. That dignity. They did that France! World War I ended November 11, 1918, leaving 1.3 million French soldiers dead. The Germans retreated from the borders of France, but not from the minds of those who were oppressed under the occupation. Some of us didn't make it out of that war.
And they will be remembered forever.